Welcome back to another episode of Story in a Can. Today, me and Kristian are going to be trying to come up with a few concepts. Today, though, Rob is going to time us. We've got no more than 5 minutes to come up with a concept. So, a bit of time constraint. Hopefully, we can come up with something good. You want to pick a scenario?
I was going to say, are we making the same story? We're not competing.
Yeah, we're going to combine. Yeah, and I'll get a character going. What you got?
Ghost hunting.
Alright. Do you want to pick an object?
Yeah.
My character is a musician. We've got a musician. Location at a school. That's object, yeah.
Yeah, tennis racket.
Right, so we've got a musician, school, tennis racket, ghost hunting. Let's see what we can come up with.
But,
right, so ghost hunting is the scenario.
Right.
So think of it like most haunted. You've got a medium and a blonde woman who brings the viewers in.
Right. Is there a ghost in a school?
Yeah. So
Right.
they're going ghost hunting in a school, right? I know what it is. Have you ever seen The House on the Hill or House on Haunted Hill or something?
No, I haven't.
Right. They always get like a bunch of different type of archetypes of people. So we'll make it a horror movie. So that'll make it easier. That means we don't have to come up with complex characters. The musician is like one of the characters, and he's like the cool guy. And the school is like this really old, like abandoned school. And the musician with some of his other bandmates are shooting a music video in this abandoned school. Have you ever seen that music video from that metal band that I can't remember, where they just had a party in an abandoned house, and then they like burnt it down at the end.
No.
Well, ghost hunting. So the music video is about ghost hunting and tennis racket. What can tennis racket be about? Something happens and then someone gets a tennis racket thrown at them.
This is really hard.
This one's very difficult.
I was gonna. No, I've got nothing. I was just thinking the musician plays a tennis racket. He's
okay, so we haven't come up with a film here, but what we've come up with is a music video.
Oh,
right, so we've come up with a music video for a band, and the whole premise about the music video is that they're ghost hunting at an abandoned school, but they're using like school things as instruments.
Yeah.
So the guitarist is using a tennis racket in the gym, and the drummer isn't using a drum kit, but he's using like a bunch of chairs and tables or something.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
That's
the
the theme.
Watch.
Yeah.
There
we go. There you go.
Is that it?
It's not a short film, but we've got a music video concept for something really weird. You know, maybe the music video, the song is about school or something. I don't know.
Busted. Busted's next video.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, that is number one.
That was really
done.
hard. I didn't like that.
So our concept was that it's actually a music video, and the whole premise is that the band is going ghost hunting in an abandoned school, and the object is a tennis racket. So we decided that there would all be like gym PE equipment instead of actual instruments, and it's just a bit sort of random. That one is difficult. Number two. Pick a scenario. I'll pick a character.
CEO has 24 hours to find a replacement.
Oh, we had that. We had that on the last one, but
right.
we'll use it.
Do you want to keep it?
Yeah, because it means we can come up with a different version of it.
Right.
Our character is a carpenter, so.
Object is bottle of syrup.
Okay, and our location is a creepy village. So character, carpenter, location, creepy village, object, bottle of syrup. And scenario is CEO has 24 hours to find a replacement.
See, these things like don't. I know that's the point of it. You wouldn't normally put them together, would you?
No,
that's the game.
But this is what's good about Story in the Can is that
you
wouldn't necessarily think about this sort of scenario if you were just coming up off the top of your head.
We've got a CEO, so we need to have some sort of organisation or a company, don't we?
Yeah, sure.
So it could be, we've got syrup here and we've got a carpenter. It could be a carpentry company or it could be the company that makes syrup.
Okay, yeah, go with a company that makes syrup.
Right. This guy.
You've got it. Yeah.
They deliver bottles of syrup to houses in in this village.
Yeah.
That's what they do because villages like syrup. Yeah.
Yeah, of course they do.
So this guy is being allocated to deliver this one bottle of syrup to this weird little house in the middle of nowhere in the village, in this creepy village.
Okay.
And he doesn't really want to go.
Yeah.
But he has to because it's his job. This is as far as I've got.
Okay.
Yeah. Take over.
What about the
I
carpenter?
don't know, he's going to come in later. Maybe the guy that works there is a carpenter. Maybe
right.
the guy that lives there is a carpenter.
So we've got some sort of like horror film.
Yeah.
So the CEO has 24 hours to find a replacement. So that signifies to me that like he's losing business. So at that point he realizes, right, I'm just going to have to go deliver this bottle of syrup on my own.
Yeah.
So he does, and he gets to the creepy village, and that's when everything goes wrong. So maybe the village is like full of monsters or something, and then there's a carpenter there who can create something that helps him.
Well, it's not necessarily has 24 hours to find a replacement, but if he doesn't deliver the bottle of syrup in 24 hours, he's fired. Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of taking that in a liberal way.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want. He's reluctant to go and deliver this bottle because this house is in a creepy part of the village. He's like, no, I'm not going there because that's Billy the carpenter that's killed people. I'm not going there. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, oh, he's fine. He hasn't killed people in ages or something. Probably not. And so, so this guy is let's call him Tim. Tim has been tasked to deliver this bottle of syrup to Billy the murdering carpenter.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to be fired. I don't know why. I don't know what the motive is there, but we'll find a motive later. And then something happens along the way. Or when he gets there, they become friends, and it's like a buddy cop film.
Okay, so the carpenter is actually like a murderous serial killer.
I think he's got this.
Does he use carpentry tools to like torture people? He planes people's faces off?
See, I think that's the story around him, right? That's like, the rumours that get spread around the village. Like, he kills people with what the carpenters use.
Yeah, but he actually...
But I think he's a nice guy, really.
He's actually a nice guy, and he teaches the CEO a few life lessons.
He teaches Tim.
A few life lessons, and then they share a bottle of syrup together.
At the end, that's
because they both have a cough. It's cough syrup.
It's cough syrup.
Yeah, but because they're both ill, because they're both dying from like.
That's the common grounds.
Yeah, because they both have a cough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They go so like they don't get on with each other until they both cough at the same time. So what we'll do. Do you have a cough too?
Oh my god, we're best friends.
And then he pulls out the syrup. There you go. Okay, yeah, we'll do one more. Character is a drug addict.
All right,
now we're getting somewhere.
Here we go. Walking a dog, lovely. That's a nice one.
Right.
Object is a feather.
And the location is house in the suburbs.
Here we go.
We've got something there.
Yeah.
That sounds like an indie classic. That.
Right, so we've got a drug addict. I see. We could go like the obvious route, or we could like put a spin on it.
I reckon it's obvious.
Just go right. So there's a drug addict. He's just been given a dog to help him not
like
take drugs. Yeah,
dog,
it's the whole thing of like as long as you're not having a fix,
yeah,
you get to love this dog, and the dog gets to love you, and all this is happening. Maybe right. So it's a really short film, right? It's a foreign film with no lines. And it's about a recovering drug addict with a dog. And he's walking the dog through the suburbs.
Yeah.
And we see a feather floating in the air. Yeah. And the dog starts chasing it.
Right.
And this guy just starts running after the dog.
Yeah.
That's all I've got. You go.
So we haven't introduced the house in the suburbs yet?
No, not yet. We're in the suburbs, but we haven't got the particular house yet.
Right. Is this guy, so he's a drug addict, has he got a home? Is he homeless?
Yeah, let's say he's homeless as well.
He's homeless. And
so, maybe
the
feather.
Did he just pick the dog up off the street?
His dog is it's his sponsor's dog. So you know when you're an addict, a recovering addict, you get like a sponsor.
What's the dog? What breed is the dog?
It's a I don't know. I don't know many breeds of dogs. Okay. It's a little one.
Little Jack Russell.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, is that like Milo from The Mask?
Yes.
All right, so it's a Milo dog. So the drug addict, he's recovering. His sponsor's just giving him Milo.
Yeah.
We'll just call it Milo for the sake of it. Great. And Milo's just started running after this feather.
Right.
That's floating around.
I've got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
no, go on.
No, wait, I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Right. No, I think he's been in trouble with the police. This homeless guy, because of drug use.
Yeah.
And all that. And this he was given this dog as like the last resort. He goes, right, if you can't, you know, get through your issues with this dog, then you I don't know, you go into prison or whatever. Like this is his.
Okay.
But he's been in trouble because he's been stalking this woman. Who's his
Okay.
ex-girlfriend.
Right.
Right. And she's got a restraining order.
And is it her
against
house
this
in the
woman.
suburbs?
Yeah. And this.
Okay.
This dog runs into this woman's house, and he's got. What
And
do
he
I
has
do?
to get the
What
dog,
do
but
I
he's
do? The
got
dog's-
a restraining order.
Yeah, the dog's in the house. I obviously can't go in, but I need the dog. You know, and then there's a bit of conflict there. What does he do?
Yeah. What about the feather? Maybe she's
No, the
called
feather's
Feather.
I think the feathers gets the dog into the house. I think.
Oh, so the feather's
It's-
just
yeah.
literally chases
Yeah.
him in.
So then-
Maybe the feather can be like some sort of metaphorical
Yeah.
something or other, like in
their
Forrest
past-
Gump.
in their past life.
Yeah,
you know,
like something like that.
a floating bag in American Beauty.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, I've never seen it, but okay. Alright, I like that.
Right,
So he's
then-
a drug addict, he's got a dog, the dog's went into her house, now he has the conflict of,
Yeah.
I can't go in because I've got a restraining order, but I need to get this dog, because maybe the
Yeah.
dog's like ripping the sofa to shreds.
So he goes in, well-meaning. He doesn't want to see this woman.
Yeah.
Um,
Does he know it's her house
Yeah, he knows
straight
it's
away?
her house. That's why he's so scared. Like,
Right.
So he has to kind of, you know, think of ways of getting in the house, but it looks, you know, to everyone else besides him that he's breaking in, or he's just stalking her or something like that. You know?
Yeah. So did the dog, because it's a small dog, it's a Milo dog,
Milo dog.
went into like a cat flap?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, a cat flap.
There we go. So he has
starts
instant
smashing-
entry.
Stop smashing up the place.
So
inside.
the guy, the drug addict, obviously he can't fit through the cat flap. Maybe he
Yeah.
attempts and he can't get in. So he has to actually
He
break
has to
in.
break in.
Right?
Uh,
See?
See?
That's
And
really
then-
good.
That's really good. And then obviously at some point, depending on how long this is, she has to come home and catch this guy.
Yeah.
And he has to explain him. She calls the police, and he goes, "No, I was just getting the dog." Like, and then it turns out then they have this open heart to heart that they've been meaning to have for years, but they
Yeah, they
haven't.
finally just shouted it out.
because they've been forced together because of the dog. This kind of resolution happens at the end, and he goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry for making you become a drug addict. I don't know what it is, but like, you know, leading
It
you
was
down
her fault.
leading you down that path."
Is she a drug addict as well? But
No,
like
she's
a,
just
like
a
a
normal,
high.
like, suburban like woman.
So how does she make him a drug addict?
Well, that's
then?
the story we don't know. We were like, "Oh my god, what happened? What happened in his past? Maybe he cheated on her, or she cheated on him."
Yeah.
And then he kind of went insane and turned to drugs instead of communication.
Wow.
That's a good story, that.
Yeah. So that was another episode of Story in the
Is
Can
that it?
this
Are we-
week.
Are we done now? Sorry.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
you're
doing an
wrapping up.
outro. So this was another episode of Story in the Can. I hope you enjoyed that. This one was quite difficult. Out of the three, I would probably say that the last one is viable. I mean, you can clearly see that Story in a Can doesn't work every time. But yeah, tune in next time for Story in a Can.